Hello, and welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for tuning in and joining me in my exploration of the wide world of pens. And you see this new pen. Brenton asked me if I wanted to review it, and I go, oh, absolutely. Here's the original one. They're both Hongdian M2s. A new model design that's a great pocket pen in my humble opinion. So we're going to look at this in more detail. An interesting color. It's called red, but it's kind of in the orange family, and I like the gold clip. You know, to me, the matte green one here with a black clip has its own aesthetic qualities, which I enjoy. I enjoy both pens. You know me. I enjoy almost anything. Makes life just so much more fun. No reason to be not enjoying the life that you have. So the first thing you notice if you pick up the M2 is it's light. Yes, it's metal. Yes, it's aluminum. That's why it's light. You know, it has that nice little inlay in the finial. Some people call it a cat. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's interesting. I like it. Nice functional clip. Very springy. It's a little slippery, is like most anodized aluminum pens are. The cap comes off in about 1 1/4 turns, and we'll see a typical section you'd expect to see on a pen of this size. An interesting gold Hongdian nib. I think their designs are excellent. They look really good, and this is an extra fine nib. You know, as a pocket pen, I think extra fine is a good nib to have because you don't know what kind of paper you might be writing on as you travel around. And yes, it is an interesting color, and I will admit. So let's look at the insides and figure out an appropriate ink. I have one in mind. Of course, I've taken the M2 apart a little bit to show you the bits and pieces. Number 5 nib assembly, classic. It's been around for a while now. And we have a smaller converter. You may ask, how small? Well, here's a regular Hongdian converter. I'd say it's a significant change. But then I have other pocket pens from Moonman, Mahjong, Delight. And here's the converter that's in that pen, which is a standard converter. And this is what that pen looked like. This is a Chinese red. This one is more of an orangish red. Certainly a different anodizing color. And about 5 years difference between this pen. Yes, worn piece on the side. Say no more. So the Delight Alpha took a classic design and elongated the barrel. And as you can see, it's not elongated that much to accommodate a standard size converter. Just a typical number 5 size nib. Yeah, Delight Alpha, I may have called it Moonman, but you know, the old guy gets confused. And you can also now see the difference in the colors of that anodized finish on these two aluminum pens. I've darkened the room to bring in the LED. I just think it's interesting to play different light and to see how this color changes. And if we look inside the cap, we'll just see a lot of machining. There's a ledge in there. Those threads are up there. There's a little bit of a plastic liner in there. I don't have any problem with my other M2 drying out. It's a good, well-made pocket pen. I love the way the clip is integrated into the cap. Ink to put in the M2, well, I haven't used this ink much, and I have a lot of it. Found this at the Boston Commonwealth Pen Show a few years ago. Don't mix fluids. Don't drink and drive. So this bottle has a little pouring spout. Take this off, and you can fill something to then fill your pens with. And I did that. And of course I had more ink than I needed, so I figured I would unscrew this and put the ink back in. Didn't work. This is on there pretty good. I'm pretty certain it's Bakelite. I don't want to screw with it, so we'll leave it the way it is. And yes, I got a lot of ink all over everything. It's more of a dark maroon than a red. And we'll see how it works in the pen. So I've been writing with this pen a little bit for a few days, and this ink and pen combo is not a good one. This is really an extra fine nib, about the finest nib that I have. And yes, it does lay down a readable line, and to my eyes it looks a little bit more red on the paper than it did on the paper towel. And as you can see, it's fairly dry. Extra fine nib, dry ink. Not a good combo, but it's an interesting color, and it certainly can write on any paper. So I'll give you a link to my other review of the M2, which may or may not have some more info, dimensions, etc., etc. So we said 1 1/4 turns, and this is obviously pocket pen, something that posts nicely, securely, fits in the hand well. There's a decent weight to it. Not too heavy, not too light, just right. And I do like the combination of this interesting color with the gold colored trim. That section is usable for me. It's about as small as I'd like, but this is not a pen you're going to write War and Peace with. You know, it's good for quick notes. It's good to carry around in your pocket, purse, whatever. So with that, we're going to close up. So I hope this video finds everyone safe, healthy, and happy, enjoying your pens, your inks, your day. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. It is smooth for an extra fine nib. And we've now reached the end of this video. And we will say bye. Till later.